So one might ask yourselves, well, wow, Toyota, right? You had 50% of your sales of your core vehicles going to multicultural buyers. You were doing something right. You're maybe ahead of the curve because if you think about it, 50% of our core vehicle buyers are multicultural. But yet today, only 35% of the population comes from those diversity segments. So Toyota was doing a great job over-indexing with this kind of vast and diverse consumer segment. And one thing we realized, though, was to stay in the lead, we really needed to develop a successful marketing strategy, right, that would address all the diverse consumers from the beginning of our marketing planning process. So this was kind of the premise and the advent of Toyota's total model approach. And with it, there were several key strategic objectives that we wanted to achieve. The first being integrated efforts. So before the advent of T-squared, as we call it, we had up to 4 agencies working on any given brand initiative or vehicle launch. But we thought by bringing the teams together, this is going to help us maintain brand leadership and connect with customers in ways that are most relevant to them. And really, it's the collaboration between the client and our agency partners, right, that really makes the Toyota process successful. Through this process, we also wanted to develop one brand voice. So if you think about how cluttered the marketplace is today, right, our consumers are being bombarded with messaging. And as I talked about on the Toyota side, before T-squared, we would have up to 4 different work streams happening to develop a campaign for a given segment. So a consumer could be hit with messaging that looked different, felt different, and sounded different, right? But it was all coming from one brand, Toyota, and really all in support of one vehicle. So by addressing this one brand voice, but also making sure that it was consistent and relevant to all segments, because again, we've talked about how diverse the U.S. consumer and marketplace is becoming, that if we could bring that together, then we could achieve our third objective, which again, the purpose of T-squared is not just efficiency, but it's effectiveness. So those were kind of the overarching goals that Toyota, I think, had in its mind when it decided to implement what we call Total Toyota.